Hello, YTPC folks, family. I hope everybody's doing awesome. I'm back at it with the Dracula, giving another shot at the Steamworks by Cornell and Dill. Still just as yummy as it was the other day. A little bit of a somber evening for me. My boss, he and I have known each other since we were about 7 years old. We grew up in the same church together. Did a lot of things together. And we have, I think, around 2000 and October 2000, early October 2004, he ran into my mom at church one Sunday morning and said, "Hey, there's a network engineer job that's open where he works, and if he's interested, let me know." And I was in the corporate world doing the network engineer thing, but it had become such a rat race. And I was, again, I don't get stressed out much, but I was so done with working in the corporate world that I jumped at the chance. And when the network administrator called me and said, "We'd like to offer you the job," I was like, when do I start? So I've been in my job since 2004. I've moved up through the ranks: network supervisor, network administrator, network coordinator, director of information security. And he hit his 30 and a half year mark in the school district that we work for. And if you work for a school system, you know what that means. Not that it's a bad thing. It means you've earned your retirement. And I was the first person he called and said, "I just want you to hear it from me." So he is, I think his last day is going to be around May 25th or something like that. So we've known each other this long. We've worked together for 24 years, 24 plus years. You know, those chapters come to an end. And I told him, I said, just like I told the old man copper, "Man, you earned it. Own it. You didn't get to the finish line. You've now got to the new starting line." Very smart guy. Love him to death. So, and my hope is that I will move up into what is now his role. We'll see. So that'll be awesome. So, as we get older, you think about how fast time flies. It's it's crazy. We went to lunch with one of the guys the other day, and when he started, his daughter, I remember when she was, 3 feet tall. Now she's talking about going off to college. She's driving and all this kind of stuff. It's just time just zips. So that is why I enjoy sitting down, doing these videos, smoking a good pipe, a good tobacco, putting out a message, and I hope everybody loves them and likes and subscribes the videos, because it helps me to connect with more people. I was looking today on trying to find out where some pipe tobacco conventions or whatever are happening around me, surrounding states, things like that, just to see if I can connect even more with folks. I'm sad to excuse me. I'm sad to see my friend retire and do something different, and they're already looking to move, so that'll put distance between us. But I always think about that book that I tell everybody I've asked all my engineers to read. In fact, required them, called "Who Moved My Cheese." So the world turns, things change, but we have to adapt and just work to recreate our moments. And we are people who, like I said the other day, we both grew up in the same church. We were around the same grown men who taught us and showed us what it meant to be responsible, reliable, hardworking human beings, men, fathers, husbands, pillars of our community. So, we can always be proud of those things. But sad stuff aside, I hope that everybody is doing awesome. I hope everybody is able to snag a tin of the Steamworks and experience it. It's been just awesome. I sat at work today watching a couple of videos during lunch and some other stuff, what they thought about the taste, the flavor profiles, that kind of stuff. And it was a little bit different opinions, which makes sense. Everybody tastes things differently. There was a lot of folks that said, yeah, I got Virginia's right out of the gate, saying that Orientals sometimes add sourness, but I'm not sure I'm getting that. Definitely a creaminess in the smoke. The retrohale, there's really no bite except for right at the tip of your nose when it's all coming out. Um, but one of the things I was going to ask is, and I haven't even thought about this, is how many of you use a filter? Um, and if you use a filter, how often do you change it? Do you do it every 2 or 3 smokes, or every couple of bowls, or what's your thoughts on that? Um, I did see a video where the guy said in his conversation where he does a couple of tobacco reviews and stuff with Jeremy Reeves, where he said Jeremy Reeves recommends not letting the Steamworks dry out, which kind of makes sense based on the steaming process and the moisture and everything. But I did hit up AI today and I said, should I use a filter in smoking Steamworks? And this is literally what it said. No, you don't need filters with Cornell and Dill Steamworks. It's a sophisticated, naturally balanced vapor flake designed to smoke clean and cool without them, letting Jeremy Reeves' precise steaming shine through the full, earthy, fruity, and spicy profile. There you go. There was my answer. Apparently, AI has smoked a good bowl of Steamworks, and that was its opinion. So, I've got a new Savinelli Alligator Elegance Red on the way, which I'm excited to get. So, I go back to the Shepherd Piper where he talks about, should we rotate our pipes, rotate our tobaccos? Should we have that one pipe that's just for the Virginias, one for aromatics? That's a big question. And I don't know if anybody is around Atlanta is coming to Atlanta for this event. But if anybody is coming to the CyberCon conference next Tuesday in Atlanta at the Truist Park here in Atlanta, hit me up and let me know so we can introduce ourselves, shake hands, and talk about pipes in between cybersecurity and IT stuff. That sounds boring compared to this, but you know, that has been my world for 20 something years. Again, I hope everybody has had a great week. Tomorrow is Friday. I am taking a day off for the first time in 6 months to start doing some spring prep work, doing some uh, uh, work on the concrete slabs outside, doing some pressure washing, clean up, and everything else, getting the pool ready because we got folks coming from out of town this summer. So we gotta, you know that honeydew list. Let's do the prep work to get it all ready. So it looks nice and shiny for our guests. But again, uh, hit me up in my community. Let's talk. Let's catch up. Let's talk about the bowls, the tobaccos, the pipes we like, the pipes we want to smoke, tobaccos we want to smoke, whatever. And as I end every video, and I hope everybody is doing that, is be great.